hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
SamAnt O'God.
hop,
What's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures. The culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do.
To amend the right to legally smoke marijuana in the state of New Jersey. Looking forward to it. Let's work, man. That's coming from the Hip Hop Intensive Podcast.
So yeah, man, let's start off, man. So what you think about first of all, the first interview with your boy, and then we had Lord Jamar here yesterday. He went all the way in, gave us some good content. What do you think about the first interview that I shared with you the other day?
Yeah, man, you sent it to me. We were just getting done football practice, and you sent it, and I didn't believe it at first because we all know that Umar Johnson does not do interviews where he could potentially be asked the tough questions. We've had numerous times where we've asked to get him on this platform. We've heard nothing. Phone number, email, multiple emails. We've tried multiple ways to get the brother in here to have a discussion, not to put his feet to the fire or anything maliciously, but to, if in fact he was true to his feeling of opening a school, then the questions would speak for themselves and we would get an understanding of what he was trying to do. That's clearly not the case. The brother has ulterior motives, and I think a couple days ago those were exposed by a great interview by Lord Jamar. Now make no mistake, when I saw it I was like, damn, I wish we would have got it, but I'm glad someone like Lord Jamar
He's scared to come on here, bro.
He's scared to death.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd be scared to come on Lord Jamar's Godcast. Shout out to them over there at the Godcast. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he would be nervous about going on there too, but I guess he expected some comfortability because he was on the Cannon class.
Yeah.
And he was on a Breakfast Club. And them brothers didn't hold his feet to the fire, so I thought he just had another easy run. And it wasn't the case.
Piece or whatever, but
Yeah.
I felt like I had to ask certain hard questions for the people because, the people want to know. And we can't have just people in our community that say the right things but then do the wrong things. You know what I mean? We need your actions to be in step with what you're saying as well. So I just wanted to just bring them on and just do the knowledge, and let the people see for themselves.
Now, how's it been afterwards? Do you feel any more? Did he convince you that he may not be what they call, a lot of people call him a scammer after that? Or do you feel like, all right, he kind of justified what he's doing, taking 10 plus years to open up a school?
Let me ask you, what did you get from it?
I got that he was defensive, in a sense, almost exposed, and kind of got like he didn't think that you would go there. And when his logic was out the window because he was trying to help him. I think it was their father-in-law opened up a school, something like that, and he was like, I don't need to hear the story. He was like, why not? It can help you. It kind of exposed itself, in my opinion, man. Got to be honest.
There's a saying. It's a country saying, and it goes, only a hit dog hollers. So, if something doesn't really pertain to you, then you shouldn't really get upset by it. You see, and when people get upset by certain accusations, sometimes it's because those accusations may be true. I'm gonna be honest, I walked away with a bad taste in my mouth. I walked away feeling like, this is someone who will take donations but not advice. This is someone who has a problem with being questioned about where the money is going. You don't want to hear that question over and over again, but you have no problem stating that you are the number one most requested African scholar in the world. You have no problem, telling people to donate. You can say all those things a million times with no problem. But when it comes to people questioning, and trying to get some transparency, people that might be on the fence about whether they're going to donate or not, you don't want to answer any questions, unless they donate. And then if I donate, I have the privilege of getting on a WhatsApp texting group. Come on, bro. I'm getting ready to bring a brother on named Q Butter, okay?
Oh yeah, shout out to Q.
Word.
Shout out to Q Butter, who started a school out in Brooklyn. Okay. And he's very transparent with his funds and all of that. And I just want to show that as a comparison, you know. And I might bring my father-in-law. He kept saying your brother because he wasn't even listening to what I was saying. But yeah, I might bring my father-in-law, who's been doing this for 36 years now. You know, when he decided to create a school, from the time of inception in his mind to the time it was a physical thing, was months, not years, months. And yeah, he started small. He started with those 3 trailers I was talking about, and he probably rocked in those trailers for 17 years. 280 kids, though. You see what I'm saying? Doing the work, however you can do it. And then 2000, he got a 5-story building. Go Google it right now. Go Google it. It's Googleable. I've been in there. There ain't nothing wrong with nothing in there. This is a big ass building, big ass classes, students in uniforms and all of that type of stuff, where he's raising money independently. It's not no government grants and all of that type of shit. He's been doing that for the last 20 years. Doing the work. And you've never heard of this man. But we all heard of Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
Now you took your foot off his neck because you had him, and in my opinion, the conversation. But I think you kind of let him slide towards the end. Did you kind of start feeling sorry for him, like, yo, this dude's exposed. I got him now. You kind of fell back a little bit on the panel. Because
I knew that yes, he did expose himself. You know what I mean? Just with his actions and all of that. There was no more I needed to do. I didn't need to stick. I'm not here to try to murder my guests and all of that. He's still a guest. In the house of the Godcast. You know what I mean? And I treat my guests. You try to treat your guests well, but if they out of line, they out of line. You know what I mean? I could have got crazy and all of that, but I just felt like the people see what it is right now. Let's just move on. Let me make this so I can continue this interview, and then we can end it in a place where he doesn't feel like he was ambushed or anything. Because I wasn't trying to ambush him. He brought it up about the school. I just don't know if he knew I knew the history on a lot of the stuff surrounding it.
It wasn't the case, man. I thought he exposed himself like you told Lord Jamar yesterday. And damn, we'll see what happens from here, man. But I thought it was a great way to get the Godcast back going with Lord Jamar. I'm glad, man, that we got people that aren't afraid to speak up and speak truth to power. Because a lot of times we see that people, they're scared to offend certain people. And that's why a lot of people don't come on this platform. Because we're going to ask them real 100%, unadulterated, real shit that everybody wants to hear. But I've been following this dude for a minute. I used to go hear him speak. I used to, take pictures with him and all that shit, get autographs and all that. Not that I was some groupie or something, but I liked the information he was putting out. Right. And just over time, I kind of seen the dude was a fraud, man. I got to be honest with you. Now, a lot of people say, what do you care about this person doing this or this person doing that? Because I think he's deceiving the people in the name of trying to help kids, you know what I mean? And just taking money from people who really don't got money, single parents, and telling them he's going to do something and not doing it. To me, that's a scam. That's a fraud. And if you're taking the people's money and you're saying you're going to do something, you need to be transparent with that money. And I don't think he has been transparent with the money. So, shout out to, like I said, Lord Jamar, us. We're going to keep doing what we do. Because I do think some people on the internet, they making money off his name. Not to say we ain't make a couple of dollars. We put videos up on YouTube, but every single day, people keep making videos and doing that. It becomes a point where it's like, all right, now you're profiting off of him. Yeah. And I just think it's sad, man. But I'm glad we did the interview. I'm glad, because that's always what our platform has been, just about getting the truth out. And if need be, if some shit got to be exposed, we're going to expose it. Yeah, salute to Lord Jamar for taking the interview yesterday. That was huge on his behalf, just to do that for him for a number of reasons. And just to talk about Umar a little bit, man, I think that he really did himself a disservice by going on there. And I think he just thought he was going to get an easier road than what he did. And that wasn't the case at all. And when you look at other people, like you were saying, and you were alluding to, other people gaining and profiting off of this situation, that's corny when you start doing that. And they're no different than Umar in the sense that, hey, they just trying to make their money off their hustle. Now, one thing that Lord Jamar did not bring up, and that I would like to bring up that you alluded to, is the school psychology and dealing with children. Because
they ain't never dealt with
no fucking children. But respectfully, I would just have to ask, how do you find time to deal with children from a psychologist standpoint while you're on the road so much, doing tours, doing speaking events, doing these number of things in and out of the country? How do you find the time, Brother Umar, to be able to properly educate these children? I would love to get a response, because I know that's one of the biggest things. People question whether or not he has a degree, if he has this, if he has that. I don't really care about the paperwork. I just want to know and see if he would be transparent. I would love to see his response to that question.
That transparency and his name just don't go together. It's like oil and water. Like, you ain't getting those two together. But not to beat the dead horse, man. We had the dude on the show. We addressed it. We talked about it. We'll move on from that today. But yeah, man.
He answered every question though. He talked about Vlad yesterday. He talked about
Yeah.